A well-known radio talk show host in Chattanooga says his termination from WGOW is unfair, even though he expected it. It's the latest news since a road rage incident landed Jeff Styles in jail back in June. Good evening, I'm Josh Rowe.
I'm Kim Chapman. Hannah Lawrence talked to Cumulus Media about the decision to cut ties with Styles today. Hannah, why did they do it?
Josh, Kim, the company that owns WGOW says Styles was too big of a risk. They were worried about a negative impact on revenue and morale had they kept him. But tonight, Styles is already back on the job working for himself. And he thinks that has to do with the reason he was fired.
And I don't know much about podcasts. I'm learning as I go.
Radio talk show host Jeff Styles told News Channel 9 over the phone today that he believes the content of these new podcasts pushed WGOW to let him go. Last week, he released one discussing what he calls the downfalls of corporate America.
It's exactly what caused him to pull the trigger.
Styles was suspended from WGOW until today, when the company announced they were parting ways with the well-known host. Styles started this podcast to tell his side of an alleged road rage incident. Police say Styles got out of his car with a tomahawk to confront the driver behind him. You can hear that man's panic in the 911 call he made right after shooting Styles.
The guy swung an axe at me.
Because of the incident, I lost my gig at talk radio.
Tonight, Styles says the guy who shot him did him far less damage than the corporation he worked for.
They're the ones that have ruined my life.
WGOW General Manager Jared Staney says he fired Styles this morning after the company that owns the station completed an internal investigation.
They've determined that the character was such that we're at time to part company with Jeff.
The other driver isn't charged, but whether Styles broke the law still has yet to be determined in court. That's why Styles says it's unfair he already lost his job. However, he says he spent the day meeting with advertisers interested in supporting his podcast. His former boss says the new venture could actually work out well for him.
Podcasting seems to be a pretty prominent area that people are making a lot of money in. So
we reached out to the other driver Styles is accused of attacking. We have not heard back from him. Josh.
Thank you, Hannah. A judge sent Styles' case to the grand jury earlier this month. They will decide whether to move forward with a formal